and you could have gotten that bowl though, that delicious bowl of whatever they put in it, whatever random ingredients are laying around. All right, so the 5 of you all have a note from Professor Phelan, asking you to meet with him a little into the day.
Does it give any more detail?
No, it is very limited on details. Just a time and at his in the classroom.
All right, I will head over there with Constog if she wants to go with me.
So are you two still living together?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm not in a druid-only dorm, am I?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess we're still living together. We're still rooming together.
I think the only person that has their own dorm specifically is still Trent.
Fancy pants.
All right. Yeah. So is everybody gonna head over, or is anybody gonna like deliberately not do what the message says?
I want to find out what's happening.
Yeah, I'll head over.
Okay. All right. So the 5 of you can arrive there. Good, you're here. Was a little worried that perhaps one of you might lose interest or not be as concerned with all this. Well, no matter. I have spoken with my friend, and what we have discerned is your harvest friend is indirectly a part of what is happening here.
Wait, our friend?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say friend, but the person you referenced, Harvest, Carver. He, from what I was told, and this is going to get very complicated, so please bear with me. Brianna, before I start, I have one question.
Okay.
The issue you spoke of with your friend in the sewers.
Yes.
And the wedding thing.
Yes.
Actually, I'm sorry. He didn't know it was in the sewers. Was it in the sewers by chance?
Oh, it actually was.
And was it about missing children?
Yes.
Everything is out of sync, according to him. Carver was supposed to be a part of the team that solved that problem. Carver's team is still here and is being expelled instead of being graduated.
Why are they being expelled?
An incident outside of town on a mission that they were sent on as part of their party studies work led to them causing the combustion of a resident in a nearby town. We were forced to deal with the issue, but it was reckless. Not all of them defended this person and their actions, but there is no evidence of anything that they were stating to defend themselves.
So they murdered somebody.
Essentially, yes. On a bad hunch.
And Carver participated in this.
Yes. We don't know to what level he participated, but the whole of them are being expelled. It could be worse. There could be criminal charges, but we're having...
There should be criminal charges.
From what it sounds like, they cannot prove plausibility in one way or another. But because we have to take our actions, we have to unwind things. But that is what we're getting to now. Something is very wrong. and it's important that it gets figured out.
That's what James Harvest kept saying, is something is wrong, this isn't right. He was confused because Antaeus is not a harvest.
Well, from what I was told, supposedly this carver is supposed to be where you were. And that would be, I think, the harvest that he's looking for. But he also mentioned something about someone else was supposed to be riding along with Carver. Somebody else was in his head. His brother, he mentioned, someone by the name of Harcourt. And with the name Harcourt, Nikolai, you'll remember things that you don't remember as Nikolai. You remember that from a much smaller perspective. You'll remember the last place that you were when you died. As not you, but you. You'll remember the devilish man, or the demonish man with the dagger that stabbed you. You'll remember Harcourt as you watched before, in the last moments of your kind of soul still being tethered to your body, seeing Harcourt fall to his death. A memory you're not supposed to have, but do.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this.
What we need you to do is further investigation into what happened. We're planning a meeting with you. A meeting for you with Carver and the rest of his party. We need you to figure out what happened. We need you to figure out why it happened. And we need you to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Why us?
I have reason to believe that you are indirectly connected to him.
Why is your cat desperately crying?
My cat is your cat. My friend assures me that in some way, the five of you have a indirect connection to them. That there are supposed to be people, at least Carver is supposed to be someone that you were supposed to meet.
I must confess, this doesn't... In some ways, it sounds a lot like what James Harvest was saying, that things are out of order. I don't know... I don't know anyone by the name of Harcourt, but that's neither here nor there. I obviously don't want anything like this to happen to anyone else, so I'll do whatever I can, to help.
Very good. Since travel through the forest is rather dangerous, I've arranged other means of travel for you. We have, very specifically, he will bring up the map.
Wow, I haven't rolled anything this game. So weird.
That happens. Sometimes dice don't happen.
No dice.
So he will... It's okay. No, this is good. He will be teleporting you to the city of Fort Jericho. And you are to make your way to Harveston.
Harveston. Interesting name.
Harvested.
It is...
Why wouldn't they just transport us to Harveston directly?
This is where things get very irritating. The farm of Harveston is a place that we've agreed no magic will directly be allowed to access. The founder of Harveston built a shrine there to the Eight, and following those activities, wanted nothing else to do with anyone. So people, if they wish to, may venture to the shrine, but they are not allowed to do anything on the farm.
Huh.
But it is here, at the farm, that the incident occurred.
When do we leave?
Well, first you'll be speaking with them at Fort. You'll be speaking with Carver, and his team in Fort Jericho, and then you'll be heading to Harveston, very shortly. Actually, there is not a lot of time, as events have been transpiring rather quickly. I just had to make sure information matched what I thought it would be. When you arrive at Fort Jericho, and once you finished your discussion with Carver and his group, you will be better equipped by those at Fort Jericho to make sure that you'll survive the trip to Harveston. It should not be terribly dangerous.
Reassuring.
Well, we're not as unsure about this as we were with the forests. But you're to head to Harveston. The officials have done their investigation, but I believe that they're missing things.
Like what?
I'm not exactly sure. My friend has informed me that there are things which they cannot see, which might become more privy to you in the state that you're in.
There not be moon beasts.
What the hell is a moon beast?
Yeah, what is a moon beast?
I don't know.
It's a beast about the moon.
Something in a nightmare, you know?
Will we have a day to look up like Fort Jericho and the area and
You have
do
a
any
few
research?
hours.
A few hours?
Yes.
How long do you
Kind
think
of a
we'll be
bummer.
gone? It is several days to Harveston. Oh yeah, it's a while to Harveston. They'll give you horses and a cart to take to Harveston, but that's still several days before you arrive.
Trent, you better pack that tent.
You have horses that pull your carts?
Of course. What else would we have?
Magic?
We can't put the cart before the horse.
Our carts are conducted with magic.
So
Aren't
much
you
bragging.
special?
So much bragging, yeah.
There's not enough magic to do that sort of thing. The amount of ley energy it would take, the amount of ether it would take to do that is outlandish. What is with your this country you came from? Do they just have like lines running all around? Is like it encircled and encircled and encircled, but many, many more lines running across all of those? Ugh.
That actually sounds not too bad. That's pretty accurate. I know that when that great beast like would breathe fire, it turned the road to obsidian and it made the cart hard to to pull.
Great beast, turning things to obsidian. What are you talking about?
When we went to retrieve the book from James Harvest, there was a beast that demanded it back, or else it would raise the town of Carrefour, and it was a fire-breathing beast. It breathed fire over the road and turned the road to obsidian. And
Utter nonsense. There's no beast that can fly and spit fire that could burn so hot it would change the structure of a road.
I'm just telling you what I've experienced.
Your home is a very dangerous and scary place. It's probably for the best that you're here. And I feel very sad for Niev.
I honestly agree.
Do whatever
I should
research you
probably-
must, but be back here in a few hours. We'll have
Yeah, we
the
should
we'll have the
probably try
teleport
and-
ready.
Get our stuff together and do some research.
Yeah. So about the search, y'all.
All right.
We'll do some knowledge geography about Fort Jericho, the Bronx.
Yep. Give me a knowledge geography if anybody's got it. That makes sense. Brianna wouldn't know this well.
But she knows it better than Godstock.
Well, you just know it from what you because this is again being researched, but
Right. I'm like, oh look, it's right there on the map.
You found a book, yeah. Check out this shit. I found this book. It's called Fort Jericho.
yeah.
Everything you needed to know.
So a base of 10 will tell you that Fort Jericho is a military training camp. So people, especially followers of Anher, will go there to learn how to will go there to be trained in combat and in how to operate as a member of the military within Phoenicia. It is a very strict place. The law is followed to the letter, and anyone trained coming out of Fort Jericho is expected to be one of the most well-renowned warriors that walks the land. Most people do not make the cut to actually become a soldier in the country of Phoenicia. It is a very, very slim few that make it.
Well, sounds like we better hire a few of those guys to come with us.
Yeah.
They are not
We've
for
actually
hire.
got-
They are military personnel.
Do they have any books on like common laws and customs in Jericho?
Yeah, so you can, with the knowledge check you rolled, no. They don't. They don't have any that you can find in the small amount of time that you have
We
here.
suck. Sorry.
If I look specifically for a law book?
If you look specifically for a law book, you'll find law books about the country's laws.
Okay, but
It won't
nothing
have
about...
local law.
Okay.
You would have had to have been looking for Fort Jericho books and found the law on it.
Now you know.
What are you looking for locally? It's all the law
anything.
check. Okay.
Anything about Harveston that will be helpful to us? Anything we should watch out for? Anything to make our time there easier?
That would actually be a geography check.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
knowing about the local customs?
You don't
and-
know the local because you've never been there. Like you're.
Well, this is why I'm trying to research it.
But there isn't anything that way. The best you're going to get is geography. Again, Harveston has no information
But my
on it
local
deliberately.
is better.
I know, but you're not going to find it. You're not going to find much either way. Going back to the law thing, though, you will find some of the laws for the country, and a lot of that will still apply to Fort Jericho, because there's not like cities and towns don't have specific laws here. The country of Phoenicia is set up with a central government that decides the laws of the people over the land. And the laws are pretty straightforward. A lot more things here though than what you're used to in Sierra Savant are determined by judges. The judicial system actually is probably the most powerful branch of government within Phoenicia. There are councils, tribunals, various like steps, and there are arbitrative steps that you can take at like higher levels each time you feel like you've not gotten a fair trial, and you're basically openly allowed to do these, but the case is reviewed immediately when you do this, and it can actually work to the negative for you if you try to move a case to the next level of thing and end up getting it it's not worthy of being brought to that level. So here, a lot of the baseline laws are pretty rational. Don't murder, don't steal, don't blah blah blah.
Don't
But-
be an asshole.
But as you start to
Don't murder,
extrapolate
don't
out into
steal.
other things, there aren't static laws for some things. There is case law for being able to actually murder someone. There is case law for being able to steal things from people. There's a lot of case law for a lot of very specific circumstances, but it all requires a lot of arbitration.
One thing I do want to kind of specifically look for with that is there anything about, like, are there any substances outlawed or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
There are no outside substances.
Would knowledge nobility reveal anything relevant about the military?
Yes, give me a knowledge nobility.
Okay.
Ooh. That's enough to know that the military is a very has a very interesting hierarchical system that exists. It was founded years and years and years ago. The Fort Jericho was founded years and years ago by a man by the name of Jericho Carbinger, whose sole goal was to make sure that the military that currently controlled Phoenicia would inevitably be replaced by one that had the right motives and morals, and were not self-governing, basically. He wanted a military that was allowed to be governed outside of the military, and a military that ultimately didn't need to be governed, but still could be. He established the fort, and it's believed that the fort is currently still run by members of his lineage. That he sired a number of children, and that the Carbinger family is actually very successful at, like, if you are selected by the Carbinger family, you are sort of like, it is very likely that there's something exceptional about you, and that you'll go far in the military.
You're a military protege.
Yes. Any other questions that you guys want to try for?
I can't think of anything.
Well, I guess, could I research, like, local, like, wildlife, like what we can expect to encounter?
Ooh, good. Yeah.
In the area?
Yeah.
Well, we have a druid, so she should just be able to know what that is just by walking out there.
Oh, that is terrible. Well, I mean, yeah.
That's not good.
Nope.
Also not good. Also
Yep.
not good.
Rolled my nice 2 there.
Oh.
Wow. No idea what you're walking
about
into.
walking out there and just knowing what's gonna be there.
So I heard there's like these amoebas and they're everywhere. Crazy creatures. One sound.
Would we be able to get maybe similar information from, like, a knowledge religion for people who go visit the religious site, the harvest farm? Like what they typically prepare for?
No, unfortunately not. I think I think a lot of where this is coming from is that abysmal knowledge geography check that went along with this, so this makes a lot of sense that you also don't really know what's in the area. You're looking at this map and you're not really quite sure what is that area that's in Harveston. Are those plains? Are those, like, swampy? It looks a bit weird.
Can I do a knowledge to the plains? You said that there could be plains there.
God damn it, Charles. No. All right.
All right.
Will a knowledge arcana give us anything helpful?
No, not here.
Are you
How
sure?
about engineer?
No.
For the other sort of planes.
Yes, that's it.
Sorry, that made
Knowledge,
a little glitch.
public relations.
No. I guess knowledge arcana will tell you how you're getting teleported there.
Oh, wow.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Nope, not enough.
Okay, hold on.
Gosh.
Well, it's good
Oh,
we
we
haven't
can't-
needed to roll tonight.
This is
'cause-
fantastic. This is just the party failing at
Dead
every
again.
knowledge
Just
check.
so unimpressive.
All right. So yeah, you guys will somehow be teleported to Fort Jericho.
Check that shit out. We were teleported.
Good thing we don't have to be the ones who are worried about it. Or at least aren't the ones performing it.
When the 5 of you arrive, you'll be there's somebody there waiting for you, and you will be led to a room. In the room are the 4 students seated around a table. And they'll look to the 5 of you as you are allowed to enter. One of the members of the military will look over to the 4 of them, be like, and let them know they're here for questions. They have as much authority to ask questions as we would. Treat them as you would us.
Maybe even better.
It's interesting that you say that. You probably should, because we're interested in dealing with this problem. They're interested in probably saving you.
Excellent.
And he'll turn and say, "They're all yours," and walk away. There are the 4 people are seated there. Carver looks a bit. So Carver is a human male. He looks a bit disheveled at this point. Sitting next to him is the barbarian. Sitting next to him is the barbarian. He occasionally will glance over at her uncomfortably, and then back to you guys. Next to her is a ranger. You can tell because he's got that guy had a bow, right, Tom?
A bow and a great sword.
Yeah. And he's a bigger guy. And then next to them is like this really weirdly dressed kind of, there's lots of like these weird things all over his body. Just like weird trinkets and things.
Can we do a knowledge arcana to see if any of them are magical?
Yes.
Excellent. Now's the time for us to fail again.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Failing knowledge arcana.
Okay, so Nikolai, you'll recognize some of these as maybe totems.
Well, somebody got some knowledge.
Things that tie both to the arcane and to the spirit world. He's likely some kind of witch doctor or like spirit speaker or something like that.
I think he's a witch doctor. These look like totems.
Excellent.
Good eye, I guess. Who are you? That person says.
Me?
Yes.
I'm here to help investigate.
I don't trust you.
You'll have to
It
forgive
doesn't
my
concern me.
party mate. His name is Nikolai. I'm Brianna. And what is your name?
I don't know.
Oh. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. No.
That wasn't a joke. I don't know my name anymore.
You don't know your name? Wow. How did that happen?
Nobody believes it anyway.
You'd be surprised what I would believe.
Something happened when we went to Harveston. I've forgotten who I am.
Huh.
No
Well-
one else has been able to tell you?
Have you
Not at all.
encountered a pixie or maybe hit your head or something?
No.
Good old encountering a pixie. That's the new line.
We made it to Harveston. Some things happened. And I don't remember who I am.
I see.
I don't remember anything that happened. I'm not even sure how I can talk. I don't understand these clothes that I'm wearing. I don't know where I am or who I am.
Believe it or not, I can sort of sympathize. Are you all unaware of who you are?
No, I'm Kara.
Nice to meet you, Kara.
Thanks.
I thought you meant us. I was just gonna say, no, I know who I am.
So, Kara, do you know why this witch doctor doesn't know who they are?
No, I got no idea. It's probably because unlike Carver and I, he doesn't eat the leaves. Seems to be telling the truth. Yeah. They genuinely
Alright.
believe it's because he doesn't eat the leaves.
Because he doesn't eat the leaves.
Yeah.
What sort of leaves are we talking about?
She takes a big handful of leaves out of her pouch and just puts them down on the table.
Oh gosh, I have no idea what they are.
You're not even sure they are leaves. Wow, these checks. What is going on? No idea. It looks like a random assortment of leaves, Trent. You can at least recognize that. They're not all the same kind of leaves.
And
Some
so-
good knowledge nature going on here tonight. I'd like to thank everybody with knowledge nature for their excellent job tonight.
So, what sort of leaves are they? What do they have special properties?
I mean, they're good. They're leaves.
They're good. They won't call you.
I'll detect
names.
magic.
They're
on 'em.
not magical leaves.
Okay.
I'd like
Not
to do it.
magical.
I'd like to do acknowledge the planes to see if they're from another plane of existence.
They're not from another plane of existence.
Knowledge engineering to see if they're structurally sound.
No. But anyway, I don't think he's lying. When we were there was a woman there who claimed to be Carver's grandmother. However, something was strange about her, according to the witch doctor. And
Your friend, the witch doctor.
she didn't know anything about Carver or about either of Carver's brothers. She said her son had run away some time ago and that she didn't have any of the details beyond that. But the witch doctor was certain something was wrong.
The witch doctor, he told me what to say.
But after he immolated her, not only did he forget his name, but we don't remember his name.
Oh,
Ooh, intriguing.
that is. What were her son's names?
I don't know her son's names. I know my brother's names. Carver will pipe in.
What are your brother's names?
Harcourt and I don't remember the third Carver brother, or the third Harvest brother.
It's not James.
No, it's not James. According to the woman in the town, though, my father's name was Roderick. My grandfather's name was Roderick. Sorry.
I've met another Harvest named James Harvest. Do you have any idea who that might be?
No idea. Doesn't sound familiar at all.
He was in the town of Carrefour, Sierra Savant.
He'll reach over while you're talking and eat a leaf.
He had a book. Brianna will describe the book that Antaeus was given.
Mm-hmm.
And as it so happens, this book contained spells of some sort. We don't know everything about it. However, only my friend Antaeus could open it.
I'm sorry. That sounds like an interesting story, but I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just odd because James kept saying things were wrong, that there should have been a harvest with us, and there wasn't. Antaeus was not a harvest.
That's a weird story.
Yeah.
Last time I was with a harvest, it did not end well.
You have been with a harvest, Nikolai?
No. Sorry. Nothing.
Were you referring to the time you had participated in a harvest?
Not
No.
harvest. James got very mad when we said harvest.
I have this weird memory. It's of Harcourt harvest.
Carver
Yes.
immediately goes, "What? Where's Harcourt?"
I think he's dead.
What? He can't be dead. He was the smart one. He would know how to get us out of things.
I think his whole party died. Maybe one was left, but I don't think it was him. I'm sorry.
No, it couldn't have been him. It couldn't have been him.
I bet if that one lived, he ran like a coward.
It couldn't have been him. He was the smart one.
Where did this memory, like, where do you remember Harcourt being?
It's how my sister died. She was in the party with him. I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't remember it, but I'm pretty sure he was with her when they all died.
The image, is starting to replay in your head.
I'm sorry, I know this must be very painful to talk about your sister. Was your sister here in Phoenicia?
She was in Arkansas, where I'm from.
And Brianna will turn to Carver. Would Harcourt have been in Arkansas?
I don't know. When our uncle sold us off to the military, we were in RA4.
This doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, Harcourt got away, and I was very, very lucky. One of the people bought me from the military and brought me here.
So there's no story in your family about a book at all?
No, that doesn't make any sense. Our family wouldn't know about books. The three of us had to work hard to survive. Our uncle was not willing to help us. All he cared about was money and more money and more money. He eats another leaf.
So do you believe that you were supposed to be in Sierra Savant?
What's Sierra Savant?
It's country. It's in the same time zone. It's to the north, right?
I've only ever been to 2 countries.
Brianna's confused because she was under the impression that he was saying that he should have been in Sierra Savant. So you've never heard of a man being tricked or basically given false memories by the Fae in some sewers?
No. That's crazy. There are no Fae in sewers. Fae live in forests.
Well, this Fae like to kidnap children.
That's terrible, says Kara. Somebody should kill them.
As it happens, my party fed her to a gelatinous cube.
I think that's a fair ending.
Eh, we were just trying to escape with our lives. Well,
Actually, I think I remember what this character was, and it wasn't the ranger.
I thought it was. I thought that was the ranger character.
So wasn't this one Grace Sunvale, my paladin of Ganthet?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so this actually
Yeah.
this would be somebody in armor, and yeah, okay. Yeah. Now that you bring that up, that is it. That is absolutely it. That would actually mean though that this character is also also has lost their memory.
Sounds like something Ganthet would do.
Yeah, and their powers.
well, isn't this a pickle? Memories that shouldn't be. People that shouldn't be here. I'm sounding like that James Harvest guy.
I'm sorry, I don't know who he is.
It's okay. I was just hoping perhaps you were related or, I don't know of a way to get to Sierra Savant.
I don't know either. So,
Well,
these don't seem like questions that'll help us get free. It seems like you have a lot of questions about this Sierra Savant thing. But how does that help us? Aren't you concerned with the details of what happened?
We'll get there.
I don't know if we have time, because right now we have to end for the night.
There's always next session.
There is. There will be more questions to be asked then. In the meantime, everybody can take 500 XP.
Right.
And we'll see where the questions turn towards the actual case at hand next session. Good night, everyone.
Level 22.